award these Nobel Peace Prizes to these chunks of boys that are left after their noble efforts back in the day. Yo, dude, I finally beat that level. No, it took me like 3 hours to solve the puzzles, but I finally did it. Today, 5 minutes later, Google, how the fuck do I get past this part? It's how gaming society has evolved. Because I remember back in those old days, if you were stuck on a part in a video game, you just didn't beat that video game.
Yep.
Because you couldn't figure it out and there was no way to easily access it.
Fucking water temple.
There were some parts in, what game was it that I had? The game Grandia for the PlayStation 1 was an awesome game. But I'd gotten to this point where I could not beat this boss. Like, as hard as I tried, and there was no way for me to regress into a part in the story to train. So I was screwed, and I didn't know how to approach it.
Yep.
And then I wound up giving up, trading away the game, found the game again here while I was in State College, and bought it.
Have you played it since?
Yeah, but my roommate doesn't have the PS or the PlayStation 2 up here anymore, so I can't play it. You know how much it costs as a 2-disc PlayStation 1 game? How much this game costs?
$30.
You're under.
$50.
Yup.
$50 for, I get this, not a brand new Xbox 360/PlayStation 3 title, but instead, no, a PlayStation 1 game, was it?
Yep.
Yep. Which is understandable because
worth every penny.
It is, a classic, I guess you could call it. The older games get, the more expensive they get, you could say. You can
tell if that game left an impact by its price compared to how many years it's been out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like the fact that a used or a new copy of Halo 3 is still $25 or $30.
No, yeah, same thing with Twilight Princess for the Wii, still like $30.
No, but here's the thing, though, and it's a trend that happens to most games that end up being successful, is they start out at the average price, whatever era it was at the time, whatever the top price that was at the time. And then after a while, it'll start going down in price, but then when it gets to that point where the game is officially old, it'll start going back up in price just because of the want for it or the nostalgia
and the
for
fact
it.
that it won't be around as easily.
Yeah, like when you look for N64 games or PlayStation 1 games like the one you had, the price obviously went up because collectors and all that are looking for it.
Like, I put it on the counter, and the dude was like, wow. He's like, you know what this game is? And I was like, I used to love this game. I haven't seen it in years. And he's like, you were one of the first people to ever actually notice that this has been on the shelf and actually understand why it's such a great game and take it. I was like, I know. And then I came back like a week later because Tyler broke his PlayStation controller, and so he wanted to pick up a replacement one.
Right.
And so we were at the same store. And he was like, oh, I remember you guys. Like, you were the guys that bought all those games and stuff, like, the first couple, like, a week ago. And we were like, yeah. And he was like, you enjoying Grand yet? And he was like, yep. And I was like, yep. And he's like, oh, well, 3 people have come into the store asking for a copy of it since last week. Felt like a boss.
The demand is definitely there.
Oh, yeah, so this may seem like a dumb question, but do you guys know if you're going to be doing anything July 13th to the 15th?
I have no freaking idea.
Yeah, that's like asking, like, what are you doing on this Saturday 5 years from now? I don't know. But I do know my birthday is July 1st, but that doesn't really pertain to 10 days later, so...
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because that's the weekend that ConnectCon is. Just throwing that
Oh
out.
my god. Oh, okay. Definitely. And if I'm going, I'm not going dressed as me. I'm going dressed as something.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we should dress up as stuff.
I mean,
one day
I would
we're
say
definitely
let's
going.
dress up as Enogard, Renok, and Ipich, but nobody would.
Nobody would no one would know.
We
Yeah,
would be
but it'd still
laughing
be
to ourselves.
That'd be a good backup plan if we don't actually go all out.
Yeah, that would still be funny for us. Like, have a Formula 5.
Oh yeah, just have a photo of us dressed in Last Destiny gear at the place with like other like.
But the thing is, as much as we wouldn't get recognized for anything while we were there, the one person that knows who we are.
Yeah.
The one guy that's like, oh, you guys are from that Last Destiny series
The-
on YouTube. would make my day.
The one guy out of 133 people in the possible worlds goes to Kineticon, sees us.